Welcome to Anything You Want, the channel where emotions meet reality and the stories behind the stars unfold like cinematic poetry. If you love discovering the real feelings hidden behind fame, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and tap the join button to support our growing family. Tonight, we revisit a night that shook Turkish entertainment, a night when two hearts, long separated by time and silence, crossed paths once again. This is the story of Mert Ramazan Demir and Afra Saraçoğlu, a reunion that wasn't planned but felt almost written in the stars. It was meant to be nothing more than a birthday celebration, music, laughter, familiar faces under soft lights. But the moment Mert Ramazan Demir entered the venue, fate seemed to rearrange the air itself. He wasn't expecting her. No one was. Yet there she was, Afra Saraçoğlu, standing across the room, a quiet symbol of grace and calm. Witnesses said the atmosphere shifted immediately. The sound of conversations dulled, the flicker of camera flashes brightened, and even those unaware of their past could sense an invisible tension. Mert's gaze found her instantly, not in confusion, not in anger, but in something deeper, the wordless ache of memory. He didn't move for a moment. Those close to him later said it was as if time itself had paused. That single look between Mert and Afra told an entire story, of passion, of loss, of two people who once belonged to each other yet drifted apart. No script, no dialogue, only silence, but a silence that screamed louder than any confession could. According to insiders, Mert had been invited by a close friend. He hadn't planned to meet anyone from his past. Yet fate had other intentions. As he caught sight of Afra, dressed elegantly but simply, every wall he had built over the past months seemed to crumble. Someone close to him later quoted Mert's quiet remark that night. No matter how much time passes, some feelings never truly fade. They leave a mark that never heals. When those words leaked to social media, they set off an emotional storm. Fans were divided, half saw it as a confession of love, half as a sign that some doors should remain closed. If you've ever felt the power of seeing someone from your past, someone who once meant everything, hit the like button right now. And if you want to be part of stories that explore the hidden side of celebrity hearts, subscribe to Anything You Want and tap join to support us. Your support helps us bring you stories that go beyond the surface. When Mert left early, Afra reportedly watched him go, exhaling deeply, a gesture filled with unspoken memories. That image alone, Afra in stillness, Mert walking away, became symbolic of a love story that refuses to die quietly. As the night ended, the digital world woke up. Hashtags like #MertAfra, #The Unexpected Meeting, and #Old Love Returns trended for hours. Thousands of fans flooded Twitter and Instagram with comments. They still have feelings, you can see it in their eyes. Some stories never end, they just pause. Others, more skeptical, wrote, "Let the past rest." Not every meeting means destiny. But no matter the opinion, everyone agreed on one thing: that night, something powerful resurfaced. One eyewitness described the moment perfectly. When Mert looked at Afra, it was as if time froze. There was longing in his gaze, and regret too. It wasn't about fame or curiosity. It was love, raw and unresolved. Even those who didn't know their story could feel it in the air. The tension was electric, beautiful, tragic, and unforgettable. For Mert, who has recently faced intense personal challenges, this reunion reportedly shook him deeply. Friends say that after that night, he barely spoke. He sat alone, reflective, replaying moments from the past in silence. Days later, Afra confided in a close friend. When I saw him, everything came back, the happiness, the pain, the what-ifs. Maybe some emotions never leave us completely. Her words painted a picture of quiet heartbreak, not of anger or resentment, but of acceptance. Those around her noticed she had grown more thoughtful, more introspective since that night. Meanwhile, Mert posted a cryptic message on social media that reignited speculation. Some glances silently touched the heart. Fans immediately connected the dots. Within minutes, screenshots of Afra's earlier poetic quote about unspoken emotions began circulating. Comments exploded. They're talking to each other through their posts. It's obvious, love is still alive. Do you think Mert's post was a hidden message for Afra? Or was it just coincidence? Tell us what you believe in the comments below, and remember, your voice helps shape our next stories. If you're enjoying this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap join to become part of Anything You Want, where we turn celebrity news into human emotion. Then came a new rumor that threw fans into a frenzy. Producers were reportedly considering both Mert and Afra for a television project together, possibly Yali Kapkini. If true, that would mean more than just acting side by side. It would mean reviving memories, chemistry, and emotions that once set screens on fire. Those who have followed their journey since the early days know how magnetic they are together, both on screen and off. Their glances, their timing, their silent understanding, everything feels too natural to be scripted. Would they accept such an offer? No one knows. Their representatives remain silent, as if guarding something sacred. But fans already imagine the possibility, a love story reborn through art. Close friends have noticed that both Mert and Afra have become more introspective since that night. They've learned from the past, matured through heartbreak, and grown through solitude. One of Mert's longtime friends said quietly, "That night, I saw the old Mert again. The one who believed in love. It was all in his eyes." Afra, too, seems to have embraced emotional healing. According to insiders, she's more focused, more grounded, but her friends claim she still carries a quiet sadness that surfaces whenever his name comes up. Perhaps that's what makes their story so compelling. It's not just about fame or nostalgia. It's about unfinished emotions that still whisper in the dark. Was that night merely a coincidence? Or did destiny decide to test their hearts one more time? For fans, the answer doesn't really matter. What matters is the feeling, that sense of poetic symmetry that life sometimes creates, when two souls who once shared everything suddenly find themselves standing in the same room again. And as one fan beautifully wrote online, "Maybe love doesn't always end with goodbye. Sometimes, it just takes a long pause before beginning again." What do you think, dear viewers? Was this just an emotional flashback, or the first spark of something reborn? Could Mert Ramazan Demir and Afra Saraçoğlu find their way back to each other, or has time changed them forever? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We read every one of them. Don't forget to subscribe to Anything You Want, click join to support us, and hit like if you believe that some loves never truly fade, they simply wait for the right moment to return. Until next time, keep your hearts open, your minds curious, and remember, some stories whisper louder in silence than in words.